Alright, let's do this. So, let's see, what do we have first to do? Well, we have a lot to do for Halloween. Because apparently, Alex Kister, he released another Mandela Catalog video, which I guess it's called the Mandela Catalog Unraveling. And I didn't even know that was part of the Mandela Catalog series, so yeah. But first, you know what time it is. You know what time it is, my B community. We are going to check to see if it is out. Come on, son, come on. Alright, cool. Is it out? We shall see. Okay, it's not out yet. Dang it, I thought for a second it would be out. Oh, I thought for a second it would be out, my B community, but it's not. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, no, it's not out yet. It's not out yet, my B community. Alright. Let's do this. Alex Kister, this is for you. We are going to react to more Mandela Catalog. Because I didn't know that the Mandela Catalog Unraveling is a part of it. Or a continuation. More of the Mandela Catalog. Which, you know what? I like this series, so we're going to go straight into this. Okay, so that's the Unraveling Part 2. We need to find Unraveling Part 1. Unraveling. No, that's the Mandela Catalyst. Okay, I found Part 1. I found Part 1 of the Unraveling. Now, hey, what's up, Sarah? Now, we're going to try this. Oh, dear God. Okay, so this is 4 minutes. Alex Kister, let's see what you got. Hey, what's up? I hope I'm not saying this name wrong. Amu. What's up, Amu? Anyway, happy Halloween, my B community. Alright. Thank you for that, Amu. Thank you. Alright, let's do this. So, the Mandela Catalog Unraveling Part 1. Let's get into this, my B community. Okay. Alright. Thank you, Amu.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Something tells me I might have to back up.
In today's episode, we are going to be doing a Get Ready With Me.
Oh no, don't ruin TikTok. Don't ruin TikTok, Mandela Catalog. What are you doing? Oh, hey, what's up, Alexandra? Yeah, I'm good. What's up, Oliver? Thank you, Oliver, for the sub. Right now, my B community, I am watching the Mandela Catalog Unraveling Part 1.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Uh-oh.
In today's episode, we
oh no,
are
it's repeating itself.
Get Ready With Me. I put up my hair.
Oh boy. That ain't
First,
good.
I start off by using niacinamide. Then I take my moisturizer.
I'm not playing any game. I'm watching the Mandela Catalog Unraveling Part 1. Since, what the heck is that?
Okay, then I use my primer.
Oh shit.
That, under my eyes mostly. And then
yep, I'm watching a video. Shout out to Alex Kister, because Alex Kister, he is a great creator for this Mandela Catalog series. It's happening again. It repeated itself a third time already.
episode,
Oh boy.
we are going to be doing a get ready
I
with
love
me.
how Alex Kister repeats it because that's the alternate
First, I start
effect
off by
happening,
using
right? When it repeats
niacinamide.
itself,
Then I take my
something's gonna happen in
moisturizer
this, yo.
mixed with the
Oh man.
bonding drops. Then I just mix that together and put it on
You know
my
what?
face. And then I use my primer, put that like under my eyes mostly.
Nope.
And then I use concealer.
Nope.
And I just do
You know
like
what?
a little under my eyes.
I'm gonna have to back away from this now because I don't trust any of this. Oh snap.
Episode, we are going to be doing a get ready with me. I put up my hair.
Why did it stop like that though?
First, I start off by using niacinamide. Then I take my moisturizer
unease
mixed
again.
with the bronzing drops.
I love when the Mandela catalog does this because it's much more scarier than that BS movie Tarot.
Put that like under my eyes mostly. And then I use concealer. And I just do like a little
I don't
under
like
my
what
eyes.
that was.
And then if there's
That
like
was
any
distorted.
spots, like dark spots.
Oh no. You know what? I'm done. Nope.
Episode,
Nope. You wanna play those games?
Get ready with me. I put up my hair. First, I start off by using niacinamide. Then I take my moisturizer.
You know, the music is not helping
bronzing
anymore.
drops.
It's
And I
not
just
helping
put it together and
anymore.
put it on my face. And then I.
Oh god. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. That's not good. That's not good. Nope. Nope. Okay, you know what? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Thank you, Al. This is the only time I needed to do that. Alex Kister, you're bringing it back again with the uneasiness. I freaking love it. Uh-oh. Wait. That's it? Oh, that was it for part 1. This is part 2 now, man. Oh, we're back with the Mandela Tech Daily. I like that. No, I haven't seen Venom 3 yet. I'm hoping I get to, because I'm actually gonna buy it when it comes out on DVD Blu-ray or Steelbook. Uh-oh. Okay, now I'm backing away. Nope. Hey. Can we not? Can we not? You know what? Oh no. Where can, whoa. Okay. I freaking love when Alex Kister does this, man. Like these, might be community, you have to agree with me on this. This Mandela catalog movie should be turned into a movie. This is what movie we should have gotten instead of Tarot, because Tarot wasn't it. The Mandela catalog, though, that, right there, that's a horror movie in itself. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Angel Hair? Is it Angel Hair? It could be Angel Hair. I don't think it's angel hair though. Why'd it do that? You know what? Nope. Nope. I'm not about this. Nope. I'm not playing these games anymore, yo. If you be community see me, I'm back here now. What? What is that? Uh-oh. Okay, yep, it got worse. Oh no, it got way worse. Point of view. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Guards were ordered to stay in front of the cave. 2 full days and nights passed.
Man, I tell you what.
And then on the 3rd morning...
Can you imagine if...
Yeah, what is
if,
Hey, what's going on around here?
what, oh yeah. If the Helva Boss crew actually was in this... Oh, shit.
Look!
Huh. Uh-oh. You know what? Nope. Nope. Roxy. Roxy. Nope. Nope. No. 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 Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh my gosh, son, why? Ugh. You know, I really forgot how scary
You hear something?
this Mandela catalog series really
What
is.
is that? Hey, what's going on around here?
This is the reason why I say that this is way much more scarier than Tarot, and it's repeating itself. I don't like that.
Look!
I really love that effect though, because when it repeats itself, you know something scary is about to happen in the Mandela catalog series.
Some of
So
Jesus' friends were on their way to visit the cave.
We have everything we need, right? Perfume, spices? I think so. Now we just need to talk to the guards.
oh shit. Nope. 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 No. 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 Give me the pillow. Nope. 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 That knocking at the door, man. Ever since the Mandela Catalog 1, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. He's gonna check the door, isn't he? What tape did you just put in? Uh-oh.
Just then, some of Jesus' friends were on their way to visit the cave.
Wait.
We have everything we need, right? Perfume,
Oh.
spices? I think so. Now we just need to talk to the guards. I hope they don't try to stop us.
Out of my way!
I wonder why they're running.
Oh, shit. No. No. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. We're doing this Mandela Catalog Volume 4 thing again, aren't we? Okay. Man. Yo. This guy needs to roll out. Actually, I don't think you can roll out in the Mandela Catalog series. This guy might be screwed. Uh-oh. We put another VHS tape in? Why? Oh no. Well, here we go. This guy is doomed. This guy, RIP to this homie, because he's legitimately done for. What? What is that? Nah, you know what? That's probably messed up. Nope. I'm staying right here. I'm not going back in my chair because I already know. Is that it?
Passenger makes responsible apparel and outdoor gear.
The way it just... No, it's still going? Wait. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, you messed up. You messed up now. You messed up, son. It's not... The VHS tape this guy was watching this Mandela catalog and album part 2 video is now in black and white. That's not a good sign. Here we go. Here we go. Well, this guy's screwed. You are completely screwed, buddy. You messed up badly this time. No, don't do that. You know what? I'm done playing these games. Is that it? Oh, thank God. Nope, nope. They're still going with it. What is it? You know what? Nope, I'm done. I think that's about it, right? That is about it for that. Hopefully it is. Oh, holy crap. That's a lot of Patreon supporters, Alex Kister. That is really amazing. Anyway, oh crap, I might need to like these. I like this one. Where's the part 1 at? Here it is. So, there was something I meant. You know what? I'm going to check something real quick. I'm going to see if I can go back to when it went haywire on these videos. Let's go back. Right here. No, that's not when it happened. No. Right here. Here we go. Just need to... Wait, she's not even there anymore. She's not even there anymore. The video, oh, what the hell? Why can I not? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my God. I forgot how eerie these damn videos are. What in the world? Oh no, come on. What just happened? Okay, why is it acting like this? It doesn't matter. I give the Mandela Catalog Unraveling Part 1 and Unraveling Part 2 a big jar of honey, because, again, these are... this is a good series, man. I really enjoyed it. Alright. Now let's see here. What else was I gonna do? Oh, right. That's what I was gonna do. Since that video is finally out for James A. Janice, we have to do this one. If only the darn stupid thing could actually load up. Hold on. What is going on with this damn internet lately? This internet is literally... Okay, let's try this again. Go back to YouTube. There we go. Alright. Okay, there it is. I found it. Okay. Oh, what? No, what just happened? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Alright. VHS Beyond. Flaky, step up to the plate. Time for you to react to VHS Beyond, the kill count. Because, this is not the last we'll see of VHS, because VHS is getting a 8th movie, my B community. It really is. Okay. Gotta make sure that we don't see because it only works properly. Okay, there we go. That works. That should work fine. Hold on. Give me a minute. What's up, my bear fans out there? It's me, Flaky Queen Winter. Alright, time to react to VHS Beyond Kill Count. And of course, there's going to be a VHS 8, so we're going to celebrate that by watching this kill count from Dead Meat. That is VHS Beyond. Alright, return to video. Alright.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm Zoran in space. Good voyage. Take those off. And today we're looking at VHS Beyond, released on Shudder just a few weeks ago. Go watch it. VHS Beyond is the latest entry in the VHS franchise, which you should be plenty familiar with by now. While the previous 3 films formed a sort of mini-trilogy, Beyond eschews the year theme and ties its segments together through science fiction. Sci-fi horror is a long-standing subgenre, with entries ranging from Alien to Leprechaun 4 in space. It's even been explored in this franchise before. But VHS Beyond dives headfirst into the genre, featuring segments centered around aliens, robots, and mad scientists. Beyond also ditches the retro grunge of its predecessors, and instead borrows visuals from modern UFO sightings and online videos. But lest you worry about getting another viral, Beyond still has that classic VHS charm, and sticks to the rules of found footage. Yes, even when it veers into a Bollywood track, the rules are still being followed. If the Years trilogy was a return to form, VHS Beyond is more of an evolution for the series. You'll see a wide range of reactions to the movie, which is true of any...
Hold on. Hold on, my B community. I gotta make sure this is right. Up. Pale, I'm fine. Just, reacting to the Mandela catalog. There's some analog horror series that really freak me out. Like the PETA, Sonic the Hedgehog one. I had to leave my room because of that one. Because there was just... That Sonic the Hedgehog analog horror series went way too far. Okay.
film, but especially for anthologies. I think it feels remarkably fresh for a 7th installment, which is thanks to another impressive crop of filmmakers. We've got franchise mainstays, cult classic creators, and talented actors taking a crack behind the camera. They explore different stories and ways to terrify us, and of course, give us plenty of kills to count. Will a sci-fi horror theme take this movie's body count to... Okay, there we go. Hope I'm not recording over anything important. Hi, my name is James A. Janice, and I'm currently just outside of Mumbai, hunting reports of mysterious projections in the sky. So I'm going to film them, and I'm going to see if I can kill count them. I've stocked up on all the essentials. I've got batteries, first aid, local currency. Oh, and I've made sure to set up my phone with an eSIM from today's sponsor, Saley. It's a new division of Nord Security. I learned my lesson after Chelsea and I's recent trip to Korea and Japan. Totally forgot to set up Saley, so we kept having to hunt down Wi-Fi. But since we didn't have an eSIM, it was either that, wait in a long line for a local SIM card, or worse, risk getting scammed by sellers hawking fake SIMs. Anyway, point is, this time I haven't made that mistake. I made sure to install the app, choose an affordable plan from their selection of 160 countries and 8 regions, and install the eSIM before I left on the trip. So now I'm set up with all the data I need.
Alright, let's just skip this thing and get to the
kills.
Yep.
The movie begins with some Martian musings.
The person of hardened skepticism, just like the person of hardened credulity, cannot be reached.
Similar to VHS 85, Beyond's framing narrative takes the form of a documentary with the other segments taped over it. So, just like with 85's kill count, we'll cover this as its own segment at the end. For now, let's bring in your favorite fucking a flannel, Zorn Gavoyage, for the first segment, Stork.
Yeah, this one was made by my buddy Jordan Downey, who made Thanksgiving 3. Yeah, remember it, James. Stork begins in a cop car where rookie NYPD officer Segura meets with his new boss, Sergeant Brew. But this ain't your everyday beat. He's been recruited as a camera guy for a secret unit. They're known as Warden.
Hang on, the Wi-Fi is horrible right now. Come on, load up, please. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Okay. You know what? Give me a second, Mikey. Come here. I gotta do something real quick. Okay, so now I have to wait for... Yes, allow. Wait for, oh, no. Wait for it. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. I need to do something real quick. Maybe you can I need to... Oh, that's the reason why. No, stop! Stop! Oh. Oh, that's why. This controller's broken. No. God damn it, stop it! Jesus Christ, I don't like this. Okay, there we go. Now it's not acting dumb. Okay, let's... Come on. Okay, there we go. That's better. Now we can finally get back to... Oh, right. Okay, I need to go back to here real quick. Then get back into this. And I think... come on. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oops. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we are back. Okay, let's do this.
Good boy. stage for the first segment, Stork.
Yeah, this one was made by my buddy Jordan Downey, who made Things Killing 3.
Alright, give me a second. Yeah. Give this a second, it needs to load real quick. Alright. And here we go.
Yeah, remember it, James. Stork begins in a cop car where rookie NYPD officer Segura meets with his new boss, Sergeant Brew. But this ain't your everyday beat. He's been recruited as a camera guy for a secret unit. They're known as Warden, a stars-like monster hunting squad full of guys with cool voices.
You guys becoming a liability, and you fucking know it.
The team includes officers Bennett, Ivy, Aubert, and Alistair. Oh, sorry. Wrong words. They're currently on the trail of an entity who's kidnapped 17 babies in 3 months.
Oh, good God, who would want 17 babies? Oh, they must hate sleep.
Another officer, hot-headed Ellis Tate, thematically nicknamed E.T., has a personal stake in the case, since his child is among the missing. Police Sergeant Dan Stevens from Abigail tells them that they've got a lead on the kidnapper's whereabouts, so they gear up to terminate their target.
Hasta la
Okay.
vista, baby.
Fucking kidding me? No.
Don't judge my
really-
puns!
Stork was directed by my friend and James's nemesis, Jordan Downey, who not only
I
created
really
the
love
Things
when they
Killing
bring
series,
the
but also the
comedic
excellent Critters fan
atmosphere
film
in
Bounty
there.
Hunter. He co-wrote this segment with
Wait.
frequent collaborator Kevin Stewart, who also shot it, just like he'd previously shot the found footage film Unfriended Dark Web. Their anonymous tip leads them to an
Well, I don't
abandoned
like
house in the
Unfriended Dark
outskirts of
Web.
town,
I
where
like
it looks
the,
like the Sawyers have DoorDashed a new
first
chainsaw,
Unfriended
and
movie.
it's being delivered by a crossing guard.
Whatever it is, we kill it.
Good luck crossing the street now, kids. They suit up and prepare to breach the house with a hero shot. I'm so glad they took the time to pose for this, when you know 17 babies might be getting murdered inside. E.T. predictably loses his head and charges in, setting off a noise trap, which alerts an aggressive creature that charges the team but is quickly gunned down. According to the end credits, these infectees are called brooders, and this house is chock full of them. Suddenly, things become a Call of Duty Zombies match when they gun down 3 brooders in rapid succession, solidifying to Segura that this ain't your mom's house. Sergeant Broom sweeps the next room by shooting 2 more brooders, but only one goes on the count, as we see this other guy moving around later. Yeah, don't help me up or anything. Officer Ivy then takes a bathroom break to deliver some bullets to this postman, while Broomstick boomsticks another. The on-rail shooter continues as they help E.T. fight off another attacker, finishing him off in a hail of gunfire. Again and again and again. You done? Oh, one more. Boy, this is excessively hard to count.
Yeah, I almost feel like this is Jordan getting back at us for all the Things Killing slander.
It is. Hi, Jordan. The team proceeds to the kitchen, casually popping one brooder on their way out before gunning down another who's Samara-looking and grudge-sounding. A sound that my child also creepily makes. The massacre ends when Segura finds the fridge stuffed with meat and checks out the Terror Tram at Halloween Horror Nights. Oh yeah, okay, we're just in full Resident Evil 4 mercenary mode now. Segura then panic drops the camera and gives us a good look at these pit-witchy, mentocide, evil Ernie-looking motherfuckers. Stork is an adaptation of a series of images by Oleg Davenko, a Russian artist who makes absolutely horrific 3D animations, like in a good way. Downey reached out and got permission from Davenko, who was already a fan of the VHS franchise. A lot of the creature designs and shots were taken wholesale from his original pieces. Davenko's currently working on a new survival horror game called Ill, and I have wish-listed the hell out of it on Steam. Just look at this. It's so gross. I love it. I love it. Speaking of games, cinematographer Stewart purposely emulated video game cameras, and also had characters talk to Segura like NPCs talk to the player.
Keep your eyes open, your mouth shut.
Specific inspirations included The Last of Us and Resident Evil, the latter of which I'll be kill counting in
okay.
December. Plus, they even use video game tech to expedite shooting by LiDAR scanning the entire house and rebuilding it in Unreal Engine.
So that we could actually not only light the environment, but then actually walk through each room.
I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, Jordan. Segura runs past a fun Easter egg for Return of the Living Dead and hides upstairs, where he outlasts the chainsaw-wielding scare actor's patience. He then finds a candlelit shrine to the titular stork with curiously strong eyes. Okay, Segura, just leave some Vlasic pickles as an offering and get the hell out of there, man. He returns to his squad in time to see them granting this Magini's wish to die. They then narrowly avoid a chainsaw attack and shoot the homicidal handyman in the living room. E.T., dude, he's dead, man. Kill graphic went up and everything.
Jesus, man.
Officer Offert notices all the brooders have the same wound on their foreheads.
Some kind of ritual? God knows.
They're interrupted by a noisy upstairs neighbor, so they go to check it out like a squad of Mr. Heckles. The sound of a baby crying sends E.T. Leroy Jenkinsing ahead of the group. Sergeant, not Fred Armisen, holds the rest of the team back, and they eventually discover a room where something has crashed through the ceiling. Oh man, what is that? Looks like meteor shit.
It's cracked open.
Like something crawled out. They're joined by a big bad barbecue-loving brooder boy, but Offert just kneecaps him so they can get a closer look. A peek behind his forehead bandage reveals these skulls are as empty as my pants drawer, and it seems his head's like a hole, black as your soul, maybe from bowing down before the one he serves. Segura takes a peek in the crawl space where he can hear E.T. screaming in the attic. He can't make out what he's saying though. Something about, I don't know, Reese's Pieces and phoning home? I do, however, hear Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but I have to wonder.
What you have?
Okay, guys, you should probably get the fuck out of there! Instead, they head for higher ground,
Exactly.
only to be cut off by a makeshift blockade. Oh, well, you tried. Here's the McGinty's. I'm buying.
What about the chainsaw?
God damn, I love that synchronized head turn. They grab the Sawyer Special only to discover its owner is entering his second form. Quick, hit B to cancel its evolution. It's too late, so Offert just goes ahead and rips right through that ineffective safety vest. But it looks like his friends are coming to join the party. The movie never really explains what the deal with the brooders is. Are they dying and coming back to life? Are they dead the whole time? Should I even be counting them at all? I don't know. So I'm just gonna count them twice if they get killed again. Because it'd be a shame not to credit Offert for these 5 doom-worthy kills he nabs during this brutal brooder butchery. And hey, my double counting makes about as much sense as there being a camera on this chainsaw. Who cares? It's fun! Bob Ivy Vila carves them a path forward where they find that onesie-wearing creep who was singing Twinkle Twinkle earlier. Is he from the 1800s? Why is he wearing those long-gone long johns? I don't know. It doesn't matter, because he's just creepy. Especially since he's holding one of the kidnapped babies. Yeah, this baby stuff hits differently now that I'm an actual dad. They ignore Powder Kruger and head into the overgrown attic, where they discover a dilapidated nursery. Oh no. And we hear the 17 babies cooing and crying. No. Oh god. And then they reach down to one of them to reveal... Oh, thank god. Okay, they're just Muppet babies with little beakers. Could have been way worse. Not that half-breed hatchlings is anything to celebrate. Happy born day, you little fucking monster. Their attention shifts to a gross gulping sound in the dark. It's E.T. getting his brain sucked out by a giant fucking stork. Oh god, yeah, I better tell Elliot to start the bike ride without him. Hey, wait a minute, why is Jordan Downey doing another thing with a bird puppet?
Meet Stow, the powerful glucose biosensor that reveals how food...
Get stuffed, Soren.
Ask a turkey a stupid question. It's actually an awesome reveal, especially when it baby birds those brains to feed one of its captives. And I can only assume that this is what Nanny from the Muppet Babies look like above those green striped socks. The stork is played by Dane DeLegro, a man who goes above and beyond for his craft.
If something's bugging you, typically you make the proper adjustments to relieve yourself of that discomfort. In this situation, you cannot. You have to keep going beyond that discomfort point.
Recently, he played the Chauncey Beast in Imaginary and the Proto-Predator in the Kick-Ass Parade. However, my favorite role of his is the unsavory octopus in Guardians 3. Or I guess his Kill Count cameo. The stork is another creature ripped straight from Devenko's art. It was built by VHS staple Patrick McGee, who had help on set from his sons. I mean, children are a great source of free labor. I'm a dad now. The absolutely massive 9-foot-tall suit was made of latex, fiberglass, and foam. Its head was attached to a rod that was puppeteered by an effects guy hiding in the rafters. I freaking love this thing, and the final effect is a worthy addition to the VHS pantheon of practical monsters. Hail Storkma! With no glowing weak points on this boss monster, the squad starts emptying all the bullets ever into it. Cameraman Segura gets accosted by a brutified E.T., causing him to drop his camera. And E.T. is eventually sent home to hell by his squad mates off screen. He's joined on the floor by the stork, and whew, talk about a bird's eye view. But the big bad Big Bird's not quite ready to die yet, with his still twitching TMNT comic accurate eyes. Wonder if this is setting up a spin-off or... Oh, never mind. It is definitely fucking dead now. Bye-bye, Birdie. Segment then ends as the team takes a group photo showing off their hunting trophy.
Welcome to Warden. Coming this fall, only on Fox.
Chelsea, do babies really come from an outer space stork who feeds them the brains of its victims?
I don't think so. Is that what you've been telling your kid?
No, of course not. I have to go.
I mean, I don't know why you would tell a 6-month-old anything. They're not gonna remember it. The film's second segment is Dream Girl, which takes us to India and joins a long line of foreign language VHS segments. It was directed by Virat Paul, who co-wrote it with Evan Dixon, who also penned Total Copy for VHS 85. A pair of paparazzi discuss plans to track down real-life Indian actor Shah Rukh Khan. Yeah, I'd think twice before harassing King Khan.
Damn.
Armed with a button cam and a bad attitude, Arnab is the more experienced nightcrawler of the two. He reviews his assistant Sonu's footage like James reviewing footage I shoot for sponsored segments.
Blurred.
The kid also doesn't know anything about movies.
I ain't got time to breathe. बता कौन सी फिल्म का है? Singham.
No, but now that you mention it, Singham has the same director as that Shah Rukh Khan clip from earlier. Okay, what else is this dude cooking? Yes, they get a call from their boss, played by director Paul in a voice cameo. He wants them to visit the set of a movie starring a hot new rising actress named Tara. It's shooting at Film City, a real-life studio complex in Mumbai. I love this montage of them mopeding through the city. It's like Monkey Man with fewer gamer lights on the rickshaws. Making the first Indian VHS segment, Paul felt it was important to convey the country's vibrant culture and the energy of Bollywood film sets. Sonu is starstruck by Tara.
Speaking
Her
of Monkey
rapid
Man,
success
Monkey
has
Man's now on
people calling
Peacock.
her an
My
industry plant like they
fans out
did
there.
with Sabrina and Chapel. Haters. There are even rumors that she's into black magic and witchcraft. In any case, Arnab isn't impressed. As a struggling actor, he resents her success.
किसी का कर्ज है क्या उसके ऊपर? प्रेशर पे ना हम जैसे लोग होते हैं सोनू हम जैसे लोग.
This is the story of any creative industry. We've all felt it. The green-eyed monster speaks all languages. They meet their contact, a crew member named Gippy. He's going to let them into Tara's trailer to film, but fanboy Sonu wants to see the set first. Their cameras join a security cam's footage right as the director is about to call action. A metronome kicks off something I never thought I'd see in a VHS movie. A full-on Bollywood dance number. It's exciting and sleek and technically still found footage. It was just found on a professional film set. I'll allow it. They're filming a movie called Dawn of the Dayan, with Tara as our titular Dayan. A Dayan is a mythical figure from Indian folklore that has a lot of interesting variations. She's typically a wronged woman who comes back from the dead to exact vengeance on the people who've wronged her, usually men, and she often reincarnates as a sorceress or a practitioner of black magic. Sound familiar? More recent Indian films have used the Dayan as an empowering figure, kind of like how we in the West have embraced witches as a symbol of female empowerment. Tara dances around, showing off abs that I'm not jealous of, looking like an Indian Salma Hayek. Her dancing is great, and her words are a little threatening. Threatening or not, this chorus is catchy as all hell. Paul wrote the lyrics and the script, then worked with a composer in Mumbai to turn them into a full song. He was inspired by item numbers, a segment in many Bollywood films where a female performer does a provocative song and dance. It's typically unconnected from the plot and mainly serves to market the movie and appeal to male audience members. Tara seems tired and gets stuck in a choreography loop. They pause production, and as Sonu keeps watch outside, Arnab breaks into Tara's trailer to grab some exclusive footage. Not sure if he's going for creep shots to harken back to ye olden days of VHS, but instead he just catches her creepy manager, Indian Matt Berry.
तुम्हें पता भी है तुम्हारी वैल्यू क्यों है? Because you do more for less. वरना stars को रातों रात replace हो जाते हैं.
The manager leaves and Tara breaks down in front of her mirror. Must be awkward for Arnab, especially after he accidentally gets a goop hand. No! You never want a surprise goop hand. The slime source is a copy of Tara's face being kept in a bowl. The discovery scares Arnab out into the open, where Tara is unexpectedly calm to see him.
Do you want a selfie?
He makes an excuse and tries to leave, but suddenly has a change of heart. Though dismissive earlier, Arnold sees Tara more like an actual person now and tries to help her with words of encouragement.
आप गॉड हो मैम, सब आपको पूछते हैं, सबको आपकी तरह बनना और आप जो चाहो वो कर सकते हो.
दोबारा कहोगे? His inspirational speech sparks something in Tara, but not what he was expecting.
I like your face.
Wait a minute, I've heard something like this before.
I like you.
Oh no. Arnold watches in horror as Tara starts ripping off her own face flesh.
अपने गुलामी का नकाब नहीं पहनूंगी. अब मैं तुम्हारा नकाब
It's revealed that Tara's some sort of entertainment android, and Arnold just set off her singularity.
She's one nudge away from waking up.
Turns out Tara was more right about her manager than she realized.
But he made me.
She comes outside where he tries to reason with her, but she becomes Robo-Ratma and melts Mr. Manager's face with limited edition Mountain Dew Whiteout. The cast and crew flee back to set alongside Arnold and Sonu. Bad move, since Tara 2000 apparently has the Carrie-esque ability to seal all the exits. A cinematic camera captures Tara juicing herself up and putting her backing track on to score the impending massacre. She starts with Dawn of the Diane's director, whom she tackles and disembowels, just really gets in there, tears out all his guts. She will not be tamed. The techno goddess proceeds to smite down the fleeing crowd with holy red force lightning. The flashing makes this real difficult to count, and even when we freeze frame it, I can't tell what the hell is going on. It honestly becomes a slideshow at this point. Still, writer Tim said he counted 29 casualties here, and I'm inclined to believe him. He's a good guy. That Tim, always on point. Tim, can't just put stuff like that in the script. Arnav and Sonu emerge as the only two survivors. Gibby's around for a minute too, but he gets his inside scraped out by a Terminator-looking Tara. The pair shut off their lights, but to no avail. Sonu switches on his night vision, but only manages to capture the moment Tara tackles him and thumbs out his paparazzi peepers. Arnav tries to escape, but winds up cornered on set by Tara. She proceeds to jax both his arms right off his body. Then, true to her words from earlier, she slices off his face and wears it. Oh my god.
Do you want a selfie?
No, I do not. If you take a picture of someone wearing your face, does that count as a selfie? News at 11. Tara emerges from the studio for the most stunning pap walk you've ever seen. Oh, I'm sorry, your dream girl doesn't have a face that looks like lunch meat. She poses for her fans, and the segment ends as she runs up and attacks one of the cameramen. Good for her.
All right, great job with that segment, hon.
Oh no, I'm doing the next one too.
Oh, what, back to back? Wow, 7 movies in and never done that before, huh?
Yep, Zorn, get the king.
Ah!
The movie's third segment begins with a
Okay,
sky-high happy
Chelsea gets to do
birthday.
2. That's new. Because Chelsea only does 1 from VHS 1 to viral 94, 85.
You are scared of heights?
Oh, and also 99.
I would maybe skip this segment. Birthday boy Zach is celebrating his 30th with a skydiving excursion run by the titular Live and Let Dive.
I wanted to go bowling.
Wait, they get to go on the Red Bull plane? Dude, aliens, if you just showed up on like another day, the Red Bull guys would have literally been in space already. It's like leave a penny, take a penny for alien abductions up there. Zach's party posse includes his friends Noah and Brittany and his wife Jess. This is the general mood of friend group skydiving ventures. Overeager laughter because everyone's not totally terrified. I know this because we've done this before. It was great. Even though I almost start crying if my Uber driver goes too fast, for some reason my fear center regarding heights and falling is absolutely broken. Throw me out of a plane, let's fucking go. These novice divers are strapped to tandem instructors. Zach's is his best friend Logan, which has certain perks, namely getting to wear a GoPro to document his experience.
I could get into some serious shit for letting you wear this, alright? So don't go posting this footage in.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. We had GoPros when we went skydiving and nobody got in trouble until we got upcharged for it. As they approach the jump zone, they're delayed when another flying vessel saddles up next to them.
That was a fucking UFO!
Seeing aliens is actually something Bill Booth warns you about in the training video. Didn't you read the waiver? The UFO attracts the attention of fighter jets, and the subsequent dogfight gives them wicked turbulence. They try to turn around, but something big lands on the roof of the plane. God, it is genuinely so scary watching these guys get thrown around. It almost feels like cheating to use a tiny plane like this as a horror movie setting. They filmed inside an actual airplane hull they found in a so-called aircraft boneyard in the Mojave Desert. They refurbished it and chopped it up so it could fit inside a soundstage. All the interior shots were filmed safely on the ground. Panic ensues as the plane is pulled towards the UFO. They ram right into it, causing a big explosion that dumps all the passengers into the open sky.
This segment will remind you of
footage was
FD1
captured by a
from the
professional
beginning when
skydiving
you see
team,
it.
which included a friend of producer Josh Goldblum. It's probably why it looks fucking incredible. Zach spots Jess as she parachutes up, and away. The same can't be said for the co-pilot, whose severed leg is leaving cardiovascular chemtrails. As Zach whips around in the air, he catches a glimpse of that alien hitching a ride down on someone who may be the plane's pilot. Logan finally manages to pull their parachute open, which softens the blow as they violently crash into the middle of an orange grove. By the way, in cinema, if you see oranges, that's foreshadowing that someone's going to get their head ripped off by parachute cords. We'll see. Zach looks up in time to see one of his friends plummet to the ground, followed shortly by a shower of Cessna 182 pieces. VHS veteran Justin Martinez had the idea for a skydiving found footage movie more than a decade ago. He jumped at the chance to direct it for Beyond, co-writing Live and Let Dive with Ben Turner. Martinez, a co-founder of Radio Silence, has been with the franchise since the beginning with 10/31/98. While he eventually left the filmmaking collective, he stuck with VHS, doing visual effects for 94, 99, and 85. He brought that expertise to his segment, doing a lot of the VFX himself in order to save money. For the plane crash, Martinez used Houdini, a program known for its accurate physics simulations. He spent about 4 weeks destroying his 3D plane model until he finally got a crash that looked right. He was inspired by a real-life video he saw of 2 skydiving planes colliding. Astoundingly, everyone survived, but it's still terrifying to watch. Zach tries talking to Logan, but his buddy doesn't respond since his head didn't quite make it down with the rest of his body. Those damn oranges. Big props to the second setting here, by the way. I love the endless fruit grove. It's like nature's back rooms. Zach follows some screaming to a bloodied Brittany, the two Noah and their instructors. One of whom became a landing pad.
I hate this controller. Oh, I got it. I gotta, like, just relax my back a bit, maybe community a bit. But these are fun. These are really fun. Alright.
For a piece of metal. He's squirting and spurting all over the place. Zach hears Jess calling for help somewhere, but before he can find her, he spots a prowler amongst the orange trees. When he gets back to his friends, the alien is dragging the injured instructor away for a midday snack. As they run away, an alien tackles the other nameless instructor. Should have had a name, dude. Not that that helps Brittany or Noah. When they stop to look for Jess, they're surprise attacked by an alien. By the time the boys circle back around, Brittany's been turned into a smoking hot mess.
What the fuck?
The alien catches up to them and opens a third eye, then blasts Noah with a Care Bear stare. According to Martinez, this isn't a weapon, but rather some sort of brain scanner. Zach tries to save Noah by throwing an orange, one of the squishiest fruits. The alien responds by killing Noah with a lightning rod defibrillation. It's an excellent kill with excellent aftermath. Noah doesn't have a face anymore. Creating the alien was a challenge since the segment takes place in daylight, meaning they couldn't hide its features in the dark. Martinez spent 2 months designing the CG model all the way down to its skin pores. Do they sometimes look like 90s Super Bowl commercial CGI? Kind of. Do I care? Not really. The short is so well done that I'm willing to forgive a lot in this department. Zach flees and somehow manages to lose his alien attackers. He stops for a break and a well-earned puke session. Sorry if this entire segment makes you want to barf. I felt fine the first time I watched it, but after a second time through, I had a terrible headache, and man, it made me want to spew. A familiar-looking bandana finally leads Zach to Jess, who's taking a break to rest her legs. Ah, shit. Make that rest in peace, since she's already suffered an alien face peel. Do you want a selfie? Props to actor Bobby Slasky for his intense reaction here.
Fuck you!
Really makes you feel his loss. The segment's intensity
It
is
really
amplified
does.
by the fact that it's shot to look like one continuous take. Martinez wanted his found footage to look like actual found footage. That meant no other cameras, no other angles, and no obvious cuts. The entire journey from the plane to the ground is shown from the GoPro, and it's awesome stuff. The noise of a nearby truck gets Zach on his feet again. It belongs to the farmer who owns the orange grove. Great. The guy to pick up is usually a reliable horror movie savior. Unfortunately, this guy thinks Zach is a trespasser and decides to stand his ground. Standoff ends when the farmer is dispatched by one of the aliens, but not before he blasts off one of Zach's fingers. I guess your body really does start falling apart when you hit 30. He's jump scared by another alien who split screens him open to treat him to a 2001 style light show. However, it leaves him uncooked and the alien disappears. Apparently, that brain scan revealed something interesting. Zach starts the engine, good thing it wasn't a push start, before realizing those empty cans must be full of some very light beer. The truck's actually caught in a tractor beam.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding.
Zach is spun around as he does a reverse dive back into the sky. This segment's truly gone full circle. He nearly falls out the back window before he's transported inside the UFO. He's surrounded by otherworldly flashlights, and the segment ends as the aliens blast him into oblivion. It's all really cool, and I love all the alien stuff in this movie, but like, how does anyone find this footage? And with that, I only have one more thing to say.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
The
No.
movie's fourth segment, Fur Babies, opens with an animal
She
advertisement.
did
Welcome to
it. She
Doggy
did it, angry video
Dreamhouse,
game
the
nerd,
happiest
yo.
place in all the land.
She did it, angry
If you're
video
a
game
dog.
nerd.
Right off the bat, I'm into this. Probably because I'm a weirdo dog parent myself.
Oh my
Doggy
goodness.
behavior become an issue?
I don't know, Molly. Has it? Should we ask your sister? Becky Baxter seems like man's best
Oh,
friend's
they're
best
both doing
friend,
it.
but her taxidermy has caught the
Maybe.
ire of some
Or is
animal
it
rights
just James
activists.
H&E?
What are those?
God.
Those are fucking mutilated dog corpses.
These self-righteous morons are led by the Kyle Mooney-looking Miles and style themselves as freedom fighters like Che Guevara, who they have plastered on the wall.
How are we gonna take this old lady down?
Ageism. Come on, ageism.
Group members Stuart and Angela are sent undercover as a pair of potential clients.
This
Miles'
was
dog
re-
Pickles will help with the ruse, and his
This
carrier
was
is
really a
outfitted with a
bad
hidden
idea.
camera. They show up as married couple Tom and Sarah and are introduced to Becky's dog, played by actress Libby Letlow's real-life dog Bruce.
We asked
But
if Bruce was
again,
available to be her.
The
to
actress
be
who
in the
plays
movie,
as
and
this Becky
Bruce,
character
through
really
a lot of
reminds me of
negotiation,
that
his agent was being a pain in the ass.
character that
He agreed to be in the movie.
They're given
Kathy
the grand
Bates
tour
plays
as they look for evidence
as
of
in
animal
Misery
cruelty.
movie.
The place looks like it does in the video, except one of the mantle mutts is missing. Becky says she's doing something special with Gary, since he died protecting her from a home intruder. I didn't know people got offended by taxidermy, but Stuart sure as hell is.
By mutilating their bodies?
Stop.
I'm sorry,
Stuart,
it's barbaric.
Stop it.
His outburst exposes the cracks in their cover.
I thought you said your name was Tom.
By time Becky's mugging the carrier cam, I'm assuming it's completely blown. Unbeknownst to Stuart and Angela, someone else is secretly recording them, secretly recording Becky. It's Bo, Becky's brother, who was rendered mute after an unspecified accident. She sweeps that aside and continues the tour into the basement. While upstairs is neat and tidy, this sublayer is more of what these guys are looking for. She's got dogs locked behind cages and a taxidermy station that looks like it belongs to Buffalo Bill. I'm sure it doubles for beat time, too. The grand finale of the tour is the timeout corner.
Hey,
where we keep the
we
naughty
went back
boys
to
and
that
girls.
home activity little
Like the ones who
scene.
sneak into people's personal
I like the
spaces
first
and ask
home
rude
activity
questions.
She's got a full-ass human man back
And
there.
the second
Possibly
one.
the
And
home
the third
invader
one.
who killed Gary. The activists freak out
Not
as
as much
Bo
as the
runs
fourth one
in to
anymore.
ask them if this rag smells like chloroform. He packs up their unconscious bodies as Becky busies herself picking up a pickle. Sometime later, Becky vlogs about the progress of her two new pets. She's been keeping Stuart and Angela drugged and locked in cages as a means of training them. Stuart's an ornery one. Angela's better behaved.
Cynthia, what do you say? No, more
project is more involved than just training. Using her taxidermy skills, she's been grafting dead dog parts onto her human captives. It's all in an effort to rebirth her prized pooches into animals that can live a little longer. It's a concept reminiscent of Tusk, which makes sense. And movie star Justin Long co-wrote and co-directed this segment with his brother Christian. Justin was recently on the kill count as the slimy AJ in Barbarian. I actually kind of love how weird and wacky this segment is, but I agree that it feels a little out of place in Beyond. Becky does have a kind of Dr. Frankenstein thing going on, with Bo as her eager Igor, but it still doesn't feel sci-fi enough to jive with the other segments. Still, it works for me just because of Letlow's fantastic performance.
There was a lady, handsome dogs, and Becky was her name.
She
Looks like somebody needs a little peanut butter chocolate in love.
No flex, zone. No flex, zone. Hey, no.
She brings the same kind of energy Gracie Gillum did in Superhost. Christian Long pointed to Kathy Bates in Misery as inspiration for the character, a cheerful, positive person hiding a dark underbelly. Becky's work is interrupted when the rest of the activists gather outside her home. They're here to investigate their friend's disappearance.
We're gonna call the cops? Well, but the cops are just a bunch of corrupt fascists. Dude, I got this.
Not wanting to contradict their ACAB tattoos, they decide to handle things themselves.
This is really a bad
Did you
idea.
get that? The home invasion is caught on Becky's Ring camera, so she's ready for the group when they make their way downstairs. She don't take kindly to intruders, so she brings out two captives who have made the full transition into human centipups. These human hounds from hell were more creations from Patrick McGee, who is pretty much the official VHS effects artist at this point. They make short work of the group, clawing and gnawing them into puppy chow. The whole thing is captured from various angles. Bo using a camcorder to make a hound dog home video, and point-of-view collar cams that Becky had shown off earlier.
Mama loves you.
An epilogue sees new Gary enjoying the doggy dream house's amenities. Outside, a thief played by Christian Long naps some packages from the porch. It earns him a dog-indoor death scene, and the segment ends as Gary takes a chunk out of his groin. Ouch. The last segment is the one written by Mike Flanagan and directed by Kate Siegel, and I'm covering it. Sometimes being the boss has its perks. It's called Stowaway, and it was filmed in a retro 4:3 aspect ratio. It still takes place in the modern day, it's just filmed on a camcorder, as evidenced by this birthday home video. Scientific researcher Haley is shooting a documentary in the Mojave Desert about its recent rash of UFO sightings. She starts by detailing historical sightings like the Mojave incident of 1989, only she's talking faster than me in 2017.
The Mojave Desert has long been a known UFO hotspot since long before the famed Mojave incident of October 21st, 1989.
Take it from me, lady. Slow down. Just don't slip into the annoyingly slow and over-delivered vocals of kill counts from around 2020. She interviews colorful locals with colorful pants. Damn, dude, maybe wash those pants. They all claim to have witnessed strange lights in the sky, including one guy played by producer Josh Goldblum. He also produced the VHS Years trilogy and Kids vs. Aliens, the feature-length adaptation of Slumber Party Alien Abduction. Haley camps out and films herself explaining the movie Interstellar.
Let's say that you can instantly accelerate to 99.9% the speed of light and instantly decelerate without destroying your ship or dying in the process. Everyone on Earth will have experienced about 4 years, but for you, that trip is only 2 weeks.
She sees one of the lights appear in the sky, but after checking the tape, realizes she didn't get it on camera. Even worse is the revelation that she's accidentally taped over footage from her daughter's birthday.
Go ahead, Steven. Reason fucking 85 on why Haley's a shitty mother.
Sounds like it's a long-standing issue. But hey, at least she brought her daughter's toy dinosaur along with her as a co-host.
I also saw the lights. That way.
Oh, that's nice. Stowaway is the directorial debut of Kate Siegel, who's more commonly seen in front of the camera. We've seen her on the kill count as Maddie in Hush, which she co-wrote with her husband and frequent collaborator, Mike Flanagan. It was his encouragement that led her to accept the gig in the first place.
And then they called back about a week later and they said they're still really interested in meeting. Would you want to do this? And I was going to say no again. And my husband, who wrote the short I directed, ran into the room and he was like, "You're doing this. Yes, you should say yes, do it." And so I said, "All right, I'll take a meeting."
She pitched a few ideas, including a musical.
My first pitch was a Muppet segment. I said no.
Eventually, she settled on Stowaway, which Flanagan wrote involved in between the billion other projects he's always working on. He reportedly completed the story in just about 20 minutes and went for body horror by way of Terrence Malick. Mike and Kate are friends of ours, and we're big fans of their work. Stowaway is no different. It feels like a throwback to the first VHS, not just in terms of camera quality, but also how it's a slow burn that relies heavily on the acting. Haley eventually tracks down the floating lights, and an infrared sensor reveals the true scale of this fleet. Damn, looking like a water light show at Disney. One of the lights breaks off and lands in the distance, so Haley excitedly runs off to find it. It's a big moment for her. The car ride over is full of fuck yous to her haters and doubters.
Suck it, Steve. Suck it, Stanford.
I know Mike wrote this segment, but that line feels very Kate-coded. Haley follows the light to a field where it's revealed to be a big black alien sphere, complete with alien footprints leading out of it, which were mentioned earlier by one of her interviewees. The ship opens for her, so she takes a peek inside. Her scientific curiosity gets her touching everything, Prometheus style. Damn it, Haley, that's a good way to get space cancer. She finds a string and plucks it. It makes a noise and cuts her finger open. Must have been a sharp note. Her injury activates some luminescent shower heads, and a bunch of glittery space dust twinkles down towards her in her hand. It's freaky at first, but ends up being helpful, since they're nanobots of some kind that heal her wound.
I'm guessing we just saw the future first aid. I mean, they just saw the injury and responded to it.
I love watching Haley analyze her alien surroundings. We've seen plenty of characters freak out in the face of their close encounters, but Haley's primary concern is documenting as much as she can.
Those filaments are a remarkable material. I mean, it cuts through me like butter, but I guess if you had skin that was more, say, dense, for example.
These new discoveries are just as exciting to her as they are frightening. She's played by Australian game journalist and actress Alana Pierce, formerly of IGN and Rooster Teeth. She's since gone on to appear in games like Cyberpunk 2077 and was on the development team for God of War Ragnarok. Pierce shot all her scenes separately and never actually interacted with another actor. She had to play down how comfortable she was in front of the camera, relying on Siegel's direction to keep her hosting realistically amateur. Haley's field trip is interrupted by the arrival of the ship's pilot. She hides away and watches as it runs its limb along those filaments, which opens up cubby holes along the walls. Later, after the alien enters its stasis pod, Haley emerges and pricks her finger again so she can see what's in the cubbies. As the nanobots get to work, she sees that these aliens are collecting animal specimens. It was foreshadowed earlier during her interviews.
Wait, who came into your room?
The shadow people. They tried to take buttons.
What's buttons?
My hamster.
She theorizes they haven't collected a human sample yet, since the ship has repaired her finger with lizard DNA.
They don't have a formula for humans.
Damn, gave her a chameleon coat nail. The ship starts pulsating, so Haley decides it's time to leave. Unfortunately for her, the exit has disappeared. She's unable to escape before the ship takes off, which turns her into an Animorphs book cover, only she's not like a sweet panther at the end. Instead, it just leaves her body broken, so the twinkly medic particles get to work fixing her again. When she comes to, she discovers she's high above the planet's surface. That still can't stop her hypothesizing about her situation.
The force is incredible. That's probably why the animals and the pilots need constant stasis.
Haley's not in stasis, though, which is gonna be a problem soon. She watches the other ships become shooting stars as they blast off into hyperspace, and her ship shortly joins them at warp speed. Great sound design on those razor wire filaments, because when you hear this, you know that shit hurt. Sure enough, when the ship slows down, Haley's blood is floating all over the place. Luckily for Humpty Haley, the ship's nanobots get to work putting her back together again. Unluckily for her, they don't know what a human looks like. Maybe that Animorph comparison wasn't too far off. She ends up being built back fatter into a Cronenbergian creature cocktail. Another jump sends Haley flying, all the while intercut with more footage of her daughter. It's a stark reminder of the family life she sacrificed in pursuit of scientific discovery. I mean, this documentary is literally erasing the memories of her daughter. When we catch back up with Haley, she is looking pretty rough. She begs to be put out of her misery, but the ship won't let her die, instead bringing her back over and over again. It's an existential nightmare, compounded by that earlier info about time dilation during space travel.
So you will experience a trip of about 28 years, but everyone on Earth will have aged 2.5 million years.
This depiction of the horrors of space travel was inspired by Stephen King's short story The Jaunt, which also heavily influenced current kill count record holder Emphasis Blue. The segment ends as the barely human Haley reaches out for her daughter's favorite toy.
All right, I've waited long enough for another segment. You're done. Now it's my turn to... Oh, God damn it.
I'm healed.
Yeah, this is really annoying. Do you want to just leave so I can do the wraparound?
Sure.
Hello, Moto.
What do you like to watch on Pluto TV? Mostly shows with Gary Sinise. Pluto TV. Got
No, stop! 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 Stop!
I want to do the rest.
I hate this damn controller! Fucking stop! God, this fucking controller's fucking broken, I swear. What? No, I don't want... Oh my god, stop.
Wrap around. This time a wrap around, we get a straight up
Oh,
documentary,
thank
and it
goodness.
still makes more sense than Dante the Great.
Alright.
Stop saying ta-da! While its overall storyline is fictional, documentary filmmaker Jay Cheel blurs the lines of reality. He includes real archive footage and interviews with public figures using their real names. His subjects include believers in the paranormal, like author Brian Baker and TV host Mitch Horowitz, who also appeared in Cheel's cursed film series on Shudder. They're contrasted by skeptics like VFX artists Sam and Nico from the YouTube channel Corridor Digital, and this other dude at their crew who doesn't get to introduce himself. Oh, sorry, buddy. The Corridor crew has debunked many an online UFO sighting. They've also accidentally tricked the public with a viral Boston Dynamics parody that gave cyberbullying a new meaning. The FX work was so convincing it led to real-life backlash against the company.
Boston Dynamics got death threats because of us.
Hey, I got one of those for taking over the kill count from James. I'm fucking serious. It all works as a meta-commentary on the hoax-like nature of found footage as a genre, although sometimes it's a little too meta.
There is an aesthetic to the nicely compressed, hard-to-see video.
That's why everyone likes filming spooky things with VHS cameras.
And since this is a VHS movie, we still need some scary tapes.
And so, for your pleasure, without further ado, I give you tapes labeled Proof 1 and Proof 2.
Oh
Which
my
supposedly
god.
contain evidence of an alien abduction. They were recorded inside the fictional Farrington House, a
Oh
large
my
estate in
God.
Toronto that attracts all sorts of people nowadays.
doing my thing, just out poking around.
I see what Zoran
Who's this
did
guy?
there.
Could have at
He
least
dressed
got the
up
Green
as
Light
like
Collective
a
or
little
someone.
bit like
The
the cat
Farrington
in the
House was
hat.
owned by this collection of Photoshopped people before a
Proof
wealthy
1 and
Chinese
Proof
family
2
bought
or-
it in the 1950s. When the parents passed away, their eldest
Oh
son
my
began
goodness,
preparing
man.
it for sale,
I
and while
love
staying there, he
these
started
Twitter account
experiencing
videos.
strange
They're so
phenomena.
funny
He gradually became
and so
convinced that
entertaining
he
to
was
watch.
being visited by aliens.
When people speak of anal probes or dissections, those accounts began with communion.
Ooh, boy. Glad I wasn't Catholic. Oh, wait, it's a book about aliens. That makes more sense and is less religiously offensive. Eventually, the son disappeared without a trace. Oh, not before a nice fishing trip. Oh, good catch. The Farrington House was seized by the city and eventually turned into a museum, kind of like Casa Loma, also in Toronto. The son's belongings were sold at an auction,
here we
among them
go.
the 2 tapes, which Cheel has combined into a single video. He presents the footage to his guests, garnering reactions that range from outright disgust, that is really gross, to cautious excitement.
This has to be analyzed, verified. Now the real work has to begin.
The documentary then treats us to the footage itself, without comment. But I didn't agree to that. It depicts the eldest son during his last night on Earth. As he sleeps in his bed, an orange-lit figure appears and smears itself across the frame, kind of looking like a geriatric Barbie, until a helmet cam captures the four-eyed fiend in surprisingly good detail. This gray man was originally hanging full dog, but Shudder said, no frontal nudity, this isn't Watchmen for crying out loud. So fellow director Justin Martinez had to digitally erase the third cock from the sun.
Justin had to remove the genitals for Shudder, so there's now like just a eunuch kind of look.
The spidery pumpkin head produces a string of, what are those, anal beads? Whoa, okay, slow. Yeah, go at a pace that you're comfortable with. Oh, actually, I think those are eggs or something. The Rachnosian rascal then converts the head cam into a mouth cam, shoving it down the throat of the inexplicably paralyzed son. Gives us an uncomfortable close-up of his vocal cords, and the movie ends by proving that in inner space, everyone can hear you scream.
How many people scored a discount demise at this Dead Bath and Beyond? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Where'd they go? It's time.
Oh boy. Here we go. James, okay.
Hey, thanks for coming out, James A. Janice. You know, I've been a fan since your original Jason kill count.
Oh, an OG. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thankfully, the videos have gotten a lot more in-depth and informative now.
Right, yeah. For better or worse. So let's begin. You started Dead Meat back in 2017 with the Friday the 13th series that has since amassed a whopping 90 million views.
Wow. Has it been that many already?
Yes, and over the past 7 years, you've managed to gather over 6.5 million subscribers. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, we're very fortunate to be able to do what we do. Really, we owe it all to the fans and, of course, everyone here on the team at Dead Meat.
That's right. You started out with just yourself, and now you have multiple writers, editors, and whatever Zoran is.
Yeah, he's kind of his own thing. But really, seriously, they're the reason we're able to make these more in-depth episodes. I mean, they're the reason the show is the best it's ever been.
From what I see here, the views on your recent kill counts aren't as high as those original ones. Oh god, especially this Wonka one? Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, listen, every channel has its own life cycle, and viewer habits change. There's the rise of TikTok, and of course, the YouTube algorithm.
Ah, yes, the mysterious algorithm. Tell me, James, what exactly is an algorithm?
It's a computer process that recommends certain videos over others.
Oh, you couldn't be more wrong. So tell me, do you think you would get more views if it was just you?
No, the team is what makes Dead Meat. I love them.
Well, then why didn't you save them? You just sat there and watched tapes of their deaths.
Those weren't real. Those were to the numbers bits. We do them all the time.
Oh no, they were quite real. I made sure of it.
Wait, who are you?
Isn't it obvious by now? I'm the algorithm, and I'm so hungry.
Are you gonna eat me?
Oh no. I need you. I need your content. It's your views that I hunger for.
No, I'm not doing this. Thanks, though. I appreciate it, yeah.
But then what will happen to Molly and Lucy?
What do you mean? What have you done with them?
Oh, nothing. I'll make sure they're well taken care of. As long as you...
What do I have to do?
Why, the kill count, of course. In fact, I have everything you need right here. Just create some new content to satiate my appetite. For views.
How much?
Oh, just a few. I'm sure I'll get full soon.
Okay, for Molly and Lucy, I guess. Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were...
Classic kill count.
I'm James A. Janice, and today we're once again looking at the original Friday the 13th, released in 1980. Producer Sean S. Cunningham. Jason Voorhees is a big slashy boy in a hockey mask, and everyone loves all the kills he does. They're so crazy.
He's good people.
We counted 72 kills in VHS Beyond. The victims consisted of 47 men, 15 women, and 10 unknown victims, giving us this Beyond Blue pie chart. Beyond captured the highest body count of the franchise so far, finally beating out VHS 2. A lot of that was thanks to Dream Girl, who nabbed nearly half the kills herself. Conversely, this is the first time 2 segments zeroed out, with the wraparound and stowaway not having any kills.
72?
Which actually sucks for Haley. With a runtime of 114 minutes, we had to kill on average every 1.58 minutes. And with 6 segments, including the wraparound, the movie had an average of 12 kills per segment. We'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Arnott. Face trauma may seem like a cheat code to getting this award, but this kill has the added bonus of him getting both his arms ripped off. And he gets to become part of her new look. Dome Machete for lamest kill will go to that bathtub brooder who was executed off screen. Our postal employees deserve more respect than that. And that's it. VHS Beyond came out like 3 weeks ago on Shudder.
And thus ends our time at Dead Meat Video.
But maybe we'll bring it back for another anthology. anthology series.
But until then, I'm James A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm a man who dressed as a chestburster victim when he was 12 years old.
This has been the Kill Count.
On the next kill count.
Oh, bother. It's time to return to the hunt.
That was good. Oh, my back. Oh. Oh, my freaking back. Okay. Time for me to react to, because I need a break. Time for me to react to Nerd Explains How to Beat the Killer and Creep 2. Nerd Explains. Thank you, Hellbat2, for the Happy Halloween thing. I'm really gonna have a great Halloween. Because though I'm not gonna go trick-or-treating, I am just gonna stay here and probably eat some candy. Alright. Let's get it. Nerd Explains. C-R-E-E-P. There it is. He did 1 and 2. We're gonna do the first one. Then we'll do the
If
second
the
one.
terminal cancer patient that
Here we
hired
go.
you to film some of his final days turned out to be a bloodthirsty psychopath hell-bent on being your best friend, what would you do? I'm going to break down the mistakes made by the freelance videographer, what he should have done differently, and how to beat the serial killer and Creep. Have you ever gone to meet someone without knowing exactly what you're walking into? They could be trying to convert you into their religion or rope you into a multi-level marketing scheme. Or they might want to lure you out into the woods so they can pay you to film them in the bathtub while plotting your murder. The internet is a crazy place. Aaron's been hired by a complete stranger to provide his videography services, and discretion is appreciated. He also likes filming himself while driving, but I'm sure that's the extent of his poor judgment. Aaron fills us in on the details of his arrangement, and there's really not much for him to go off of. We learn that he knows absolutely nothing about the client, but they're willing to pay him $1,000 per day, and that's good enough for this hungry go-getter to hop in his yellow piece of crap and schlep it out to the mountains by himself. He even entertains the idea that it's actually some lonely rich cougar that just wants to sink her claws into his supple young body. I sure hope so, Aaron. After a scenic country drive, we find ourselves in the small resort town of Crestline. It's home to lush pine forests, a clear blue lake, and punks skateboarding down the middle of the road. Get off the street, dude. You're gonna get mowed down by some idiot driving while filming himself with a camcorder. Aaron pulls up to a long cemented driveway beside a large vacation home tucked into the woods. The yellow front door indicating he's found the right place. After humping it up the stairs and knocking on the door, it seems like no one's home. He can't get anyone on the phone and there's no way to leave a message. Something's not right about this job. If Aaron spent any time at all in this line of work, he should know $1,000 for a day of amateur filming with a home video camera is too good to be true. He doesn't even know the first name of the person who hired him, just the address of where to meet and that they'd appreciate discretion. When Aaron responded to the ad, he should have requested a name so he could do a little detective work. The client refusing to provide a first and last name is a bad sign. The only reason they'd want to conceal their identity is if they were planning something they don't want tied back to them. Aaron does have a phone number for the client, but it doesn't have a voicemail set up, which is another yellow flag. He should have made sure he could reach someone at the number before driving all the way out there. Looking it up on Google could also shed some light on who he might be meeting with. At the very least, Aaron should look up the home address to see if he can find the owner. If that turns up nothing, the situation should be suspicious enough to call off the job. If Aaron just can't afford to pass on the opportunity, he should have offered a friend a cut of the payment to come with him. The person hiring him was particular about discretion, but a partner to help him with the camera work shouldn't be a big deal. If the client demands Aaron come alone, call it off. But if Aaron is still hell-bent on taking this job, he should have at least told a friend or loved one where he was going, how long he was going to be there, and what he was going to be doing. He should have then checked in with this person the moment he arrived to update them on the situation. It's never a bad idea to let someone know what's going on, especially when there's an element of risk involved. Psycho stalkers or bloodthirsty monsters aren't the only thing you need to worry about. Often, we can be a danger to ourselves. A 2-decade statistical analysis revealed that knives cause more disabling injuries than any other type of hand tool. Over the course course of a person's lifetime, you have a 10% chance of sustaining a serious injury with a knife. You can't go your whole life without using a knife, but you can minimize the risk by using proven techniques and high-quality, superbly sharp kitchen knives from this video sponsor, Kamikoto. Why is a sharp knife safer than a dull knife? A dull blade requires more pressure to cut, increasing the chance that the knife will slip with a greater force behind it. A sharp knife bites the surface more readily. Kamikoto's knives aren't just sharp, they're well-made, durable, and hold that sharp edge longer than other knives. This is because their knives are made with quality steels. Star restaurant level chef, but I can tackle most anything with a wide variety of knives in the Kentucky knife set. When I'm done slashing, the beautiful heavy-duty ashwood box is perfect for keeping them secure and ready, and doubles as a great gift for the holidays. Kamikoto is currently having their Black Friday holiday sale, and on top surroundings, Aaron spots a brand new looking axe lodged in a dried up old stump. I've never understood why people are so careless with tools like this. Sure, just leave the burglars a device that they can use to break down your door and hack your ass to death. Although he's starting to doubt whether his mystery client is going to show up at all, Aaron decides to wait it out back in his car. The seemingly unused axe with no firewood around is a little unusual. Might be worth making a mental note of. Aaron had the right idea waiting in his car instead of on the front porch. Loitering at the door might lead someone to believe that you're breaking in or otherwise up to no good. It could also scare the homeowner if he didn't hear you knock and sees you hanging around the front of his house. Just as he begins to lose hope, someone slaps the roof of his car and scares him half to death. It turns out this is the guy that hired Aaron and dragged him out into the middle of nowhere. He introduces himself as Joseph, solving the mystery of the unknown client and dashing Aaron's hopes of a steamy liaison with a hot older woman. Right off the bat, Joseph tells Aaron that he has a really nice, kind face. He then pulls open the car door with both hands before immediately forcing Aaron into a hug, warning him to expect a lot more of those in the immediate future. Joseph startling Aaron might not seem intentional, but he could have easily approached him from a neutral position, letting Aaron know he was there without surprising him. It's a little too early to jump to conclusions, but this might have been a test to see how Aaron would react, gauging how sheepish he is while deliberately trying to put him on his heels. Forcefully pulling the car door open and commanding Aaron to exit the vehicle with a firm "come on" appears a bit controlling. Aaron wouldn't need to be a psychologist to recognize the warning signs popping up left and right. Anyone with a basic level of experience in human interaction should find Joseph's behavior troubling. Taken by themselves, each of Joseph's quirks, such as his comment about Aaron's nice, kind face, aren't necessarily cause for concern. It's the aggregate of his oddities and how quickly they accumulate that paints a disturbing picture of what is to come. Then there's the forced hug. It's always uncomfortable when someone acts like your best friend the second you meet them. There's a process to forging bonds with people, and each step is important. Trying to skip this process is like calling someone your girlfriend after the first date. It means you're either socially inept or you simply don't care enough about the other person to bother putting in the effort. It's a bit egotistical and disrespectful to think that everyone should just accept your forward advances without first establishing a genuine connection. I'm not saying you can't hug people when you meet them, or that Aaron should have uppercutted him the second Joseph leaned in. I'm just saying that this is another yellow flag he should be aware of. Following their awkward introduction, Joseph reveals he has an inoperable brain tumor the size of a baseball and has been given only 2 or 3 months to live. His wife of 6 years, Angela, is pregnant with their first and only child. Joseph says they'll be naming it Buddy, inspired by the Michael Keaton movie My Life. Joseph wants to make a candid video showing his unborn child who he was, in case things take a turn for the worse. Aaron should have asked why Angela isn't present at the cabin. It doesn't make any sense to exclude Joseph's pregnant wife from his My Life documentary. I find it odd that Joseph said that they were naming it Buddy. The word it implies that you don't know the gender, and Buddy is typically a male name. It's a minor inconsistency that's excusable on its own, but given all his other odd behaviors, it's suspicious. Aaron still knows literally nothing about this guy apart from the stories he's telling. He needs to get a last name and do a quick search on his smartphone while using the bathroom. He should also check around for family photos to verify Joseph's story. Aaron agrees to participate in the project and has cash shoved in his face immediately. Joseph then announces he'll be getting in the tub and sprints up the stairs before inviting Aaron to join him. Wait, what? Did I get the wrong version of this movie? Nope. To start his little documentary, Joseph wants Aaron to film him while he's in the bathtub. Aaron nearly walks in on Joseph undressing and apologizes, but Joseph just shrugs it off, telling him they'll be going a lot deeper places than this, whatever the hell that means. He then asks asks if Aaron's hungry and offers him a sandwich, all while holding his pants just barely high enough. We're then treated to the sight of a grown man acting out some good old-fashioned tubby time with an invisible baby. My God, he really gets into it. The freak show ends.
Hey,
with
what's
Joseph
up,
lamenting his
right,
impending
tick,
doom and even
29,
expressing some
I hope I
suicidal
didn't say that
ideations.
name
He
wrong.
even goes as far as to threaten suicide right then and there. Joseph begins to slowly sink his head under the water, seemingly trying to drown himself. Don't worry though, he pops up screaming moments later to scare the hell out of Aaron for the second time in 9 minutes, which he thinks is just hilarious. It should go without saying that Joseph asking to be recorded while in the bathtub is extremely weird, especially since he acts like it's a perfectly normal request. Talk about skipping the process. I don't remember Michael Keaton doing anything like this in my life. Not to mention the way Joseph immediately runs up the stairs like a giddy child as soon as he mentions the tub, asking if Aaron's hungry and telling him that they're going much deeper than this while his pants are hanging off could almost be Freudian
reacting
slips, except
to
Joseph seems pretty deliberate
Nerd
with what he's
explains how to
saying.
beat
It's
the
all
serial
pretty
killer
weird,
and
but
creep.
none of it even compares to the sheer creepiness of Tubby Time, or pranking Aaron with a phony suicide attempt. With Tubby Time over, Joseph suggests they get some fresh air. He tells Aaron to grab a coat from the guest bedroom closet before they head outside, giving him a second to walk the house unsupervised. Aaron should take this time to do some snooping around, making sure he has a clear understanding of where all the potential exits are, and look for any family pictures or anything that would verify Joseph's story, and to give Aaron an idea of who Joseph is. If Joseph catches him wandering around, he could just play dumb, laugh it off, and blame it on a poor sense of direction.
Right now at Les Schwab, save up to 100...
Aaron pulls back the curtain in the guest closet to find himself face to face with a hideous wolf mask, its yellowed fangs parted in a fiendish grin. Joseph explains that it's just Peach Fuzz, the friendly wolf character his dad created and totally not something he wears while digging around in people's insides. He decides this is a great opportunity to treat his unborn son and future sociopath to the equally disturbing Peach Fuzz songs. It seems like Joseph intentionally directed Aaron to the closet knowing the wolf mask was placed prominently and perfectly facing outward. If Joseph had just said gotcha with the mask and moved on, this probably could have been written off as another dumb prank. Joseph explaining that his dad created the Peach Fuzz mask, along with a creepy song and dance to go with it, would lead me to believe that Joseph's odd behavior might be the product of a rather difficult childhood. A grimacing wolf mask doesn't seem like something a sane parent would choose for his child. Aaron still knows absolutely nothing about Joseph that he can verify, but all the inconsistencies he's seen so far suggest this story and everything else he's learned about Joseph is a total lie. Aaron's been around a fair bit of the house, and there hasn't been one picture of Joseph's family. There's no sign of his wife either. None of this is adding up. Aaron needs to make up an excuse to leave immediately, and then try to verify something about Joseph's story before even thinking of coming back. After the performance, Joseph and Aaron don matching Ushankas and set out for a forest trail. Joseph says they're looking for some miracle healing waters he and his wife learned about from the owner of a local taco truck. They hit the trail and Joseph immediately charges off ahead with reckless abandon. He suddenly stops, apparently having seen something in the trees. Without warning, he sprints off the trail and disappears into the vegetation. Aaron meekly calls after him before reluctantly following behind. Joseph pops up from behind a log screaming bloody murder. Joseph comments on Aaron's very normal reaction to some lunatic jumping out at him. According to Joseph, the incredible sensation of terror that Aaron just experienced is what it feels like when you think you're about to die. He then accuses Aaron of giving off a murderous look for a couple of seconds following his near-death experience. There's a little...
Okay, there we go. That should be better. I didn't even know UB community couldn't hear me. I don't think UB community could hear Flakes. And the Dead Meat Kill Count video that she was reacting to of VHS Beyond.
Like any normal, well-adjusted person, Joseph asks if Aaron thought he might use that axe to murder him when he first saw it out front. I doubt Aaron was smart enough to Google this trail ahead of time, but being alone with Joseph on an unmarked, unknown trail in a remote area with little to no pedestrian traffic is an awful idea. It's starting to feel like Aaron's the real star of this documentary, the way Joseph is constantly trying to get a reaction out of him. Joseph's infatuation with the incredible feeling of near-death experience with Aaron, almost as if the true purpose of this project is to capture Aaron's genuine responses to extreme stress. Joseph really latches onto the fleeting glimpse of murderous intent that Aaron supposedly displayed following the prank, taking it as a sign that he's got a little Peach Buzz living inside him. Peach Buzz is supposed to be a lovable childhood character that his dad created that dances and sings. Now, Joseph's using it to characterize Aaron's animalistic desire for homicidal retribution. We're talking about something he displays prominently in his home. Joseph seemingly boasting about having an axe and then immediately asking if Aaron thought that Joseph was going to murder him with said axe after seeing it on his property demonstrates a very concerning frame of mind. Aaron should be starting to realize that coming out to the woods alone with Joseph was a very bad idea, as was this entire job. Even the most oblivious and gullible human beings would have noticed the absurd amount of red flags by now. If Aaron doesn't have some sort of weapon on him already, he needs to find a rock or a sharp stick in case this field trip ends at a pre-dug hole. Panicking or doing anything to provoke Joseph, who's clearly mentally disturbed, would be a bad idea. Aaron needs to cooperate long enough to get out of there and mentally prepare for a fight. Running won't be an option. Aaron's far too out of shape for the distance they've covered, and he hasn't been keeping track of the path that they took coming in. After several forks in the trail, the only thing that they've found is a sewer line, and Aaron begins to wonder if they've gotten lost. Joseph takes off running like before, only this time he calls Aaron to join him at a nearby overlook. Looking over the edge, the natural morphology of the rock forms a crude heart shape near some rushing water below. The two Ponce de Leon splash around a bit in the shallows before anointing each other. After they hug it out, Joseph scratches J+A in a heart on a nearby boulder, and then suggests that they head to a local restaurant for some of the world's best pancakes. We know from their introduction that Joseph's wife's name is Angela, but given everything we've seen so far, it's a safe bet that J+A he drew in the rock stands for Joseph and Aaron. This should be a clear indication to Aaron that Joseph intends to make their relationship a permanent one. Aaron needs to be calling or messaging people he can trust to let them know his whereabouts and the details of his situation. Conflict with Joseph is all but inevitable at this point, so it would be a good idea to have some backup on the way. He should also make sure to keep his keys on him at all times in case the opportunity presents itself to get the hell out of Dodge. Upon sitting down at Billy Bear's, Joseph cracks open the menu, wondering out loud what might be any good. Aaron's confused by this, as Joseph's family has supposedly been coming to this place for years. Joseph quickly shrugs off the suspicion. Mid-mouthful, Joseph asks Aaron if he's done anything he's really ashamed of. We learn that Aaron used to wet his pants so frequently that his parents invested in some kind of moisture-based alarm system that sounded every time he had an accident. One day on the playground, nature came calling, and young Aaron found himself soaked in urine while the alarm drew the attention of everyone around him. Joseph then asks Aaron if he can have a turn. He pulls out his phone and reveals photos he secretly took of Aaron upon arriving at the vacation home. He blames his shitty behavior on his little social anxiety, claiming he just wanted to get to know Aaron before Aaron got to know him. Joseph apologizes for being a creep and says he hopes that they can move past it. Although clearly bothered by this revelation, Aaron reluctantly forgives him. Aaron's decision to go have pancakes with Joseph after all he's witnessed is remarkably naive. It's actually quite reasonable for Joseph to check the menu despite claiming he's been coming to this restaurant for years. It's a common force of habit, and menus do change. The fact that Aaron finds this suspicious after ignoring countless red flags is alarmingly stupid. Speaking of Joseph's family, why is Aaron still not asking about them and their whereabouts? A public restaurant is the perfect place to start grilling Joseph with complex questions that would be difficult to lie about on the spot. This would also be a great time to try to get his full name so Aaron can Google it right there. The revelation that Joseph was secretly photographing Aaron when he first arrived is yet another red flag on top of a mountain of red flags at this point. I could understand Joseph peeking out of his window to see who was at the door, but the fact that he took pictures from multiple angles, some eerily close to where Aaron was standing, and then spent half an hour looking them over before jump-scaring Aaron in his car, is not only deranged, but also inconsistent. Joseph said he only spied on Aaron because he was scared, except Joseph has presented himself as anything but shy or scared from the very beginning. Why is he even telling Aaron all this anyways? Aaron shrugging this off and saying he's moved past it, thereby maintaining an unprovoking posture until he can find an opportunity to leave, is acceptable. Joseph and Aaron return to the house at night, scaling the long staircase leading up to the front door. As they near the top, Aaron tells Joseph he's going to head back home. Joseph makes his disappointment glaringly obvious. He was hoping Aaron would stay for a whiskey so the two of them could commemorate their day. He breaks out the oldest trick in the book, begging Aaron to stick around for just one drink. Aaron caves to the guilt trip and agrees to hang around for just a bit longer. Under no circumstance would re-entering Joseph's home at night be reasonable for Aaron. This man is clearly a psychopath and has spent the entire day forcing a friendship rather than filming his video diary for his son. He needs to think of a rock-solid excuse to avoid being screwed over by his tendency of compromising to avoid confrontation. Joseph is proven to be very manipulative, so you can expect him to pull out all the stops to get Aaron back inside. You can almost see Joseph tugging at certain heartstrings while searching for the right one. He wants them to commemorate their new friendship with just one drink. This makes Aaron feel like a bad person for refusing to honor his friendship with a terminally ill man who only wants a little company. Joseph lowering the perceived level of commitment to just one drink in this context is another manipulative tactic, as Aaron couldn't possibly be unable to spare 5 minutes. If it were Country Mac asking, okay, this is more like Dennis Reynolds implication territory. Why Aaron agrees to go inside when it's clear Joseph is a deranged and potentially dangerous person is beyond me. Seated across from one another with their drinks, Joseph sets the tone for the occasion, saying, "This is great, huh? 2 guys having some whiskeys." He then asks Aaron why he decided to drive all the way out to Crestline to meet with him. When Aaron replies with the obvious answer that it was for the job, Joseph conjectures that he must be having money problems. Having known him less than a day at this point, Joseph tells Aaron he wants to help him out by sharing his wealth with him. Aaron politely declines, just as any decent person would, but Joseph insists. He even tricks Aaron into searching his boot for a check he claimed to have planted, using the fact that he looked as further evidence he's in need of financial support. After a quick toast to themselves, Aaron's one drink is empty, and he gets up to leave. Before he can, however, Joseph confesses that he lied about something. Likely still shaken up from the whole "I was spying on you" thing, Aaron stops in his tracks and asks what he's talking about. Joseph's tone changes dramatically as he says it's about peach fuzz. He then immediately swears Aaron to secrecy before asking him to turn off the camera and sit down. Now, no one says, "This is great, huh? 2 guys having some whiskeys. Hello, fellow kids." It's what I'd expect from a serial killer trying to emulate what he thinks is male bonding. It goes without saying that unless Aaron can see Joseph pouring the whiskey straight from the bottle into both glasses, he should not drink it. Joseph continues making Aaron the star of the film by asking him why he took the job. This isn't relevant to Joseph's My Life memoir at all, which should lead Aaron to question whether it was all a lie. Joseph's subsequent gaslighting of Aaron about his money problems is yet another indicator that Joseph is a narcissistic abuser. As expected, when Aaron insists on leaving again, Joseph hits him with another serious emotional request that only a complete and total jerk would refuse. Like everything else about him, Joseph deliberately stalling when he knows Aaron only committed to a single drink is concerning. With Joseph seemingly committed to preventing Aaron's escape, Aaron should be internally preparing for a fight, looking for weapons and escape routes, making sure he has his keys, and dialing 911 just so someone's at least aware of his predicament. Once he's done all this, he should firmly insist on leaving and just go, no matter what manipulative tactic Joseph comes up with. Aaron swears he won't tell another living soul what he's about to hear and stop.
That's what Aaron in the first Creep movie showed on my peak me, because
But he's still audio recording. Joseph then reveals
from
that
Act
Peach
1
Fuzz
and
was
2
not, in
and
fact,
also
something
3,
his father made.
he messed
Instead,
up.
we learn
Well,
that Joseph's wife,
I
Angela,
wouldn't
has
say.
rather unusual proclivities that he discovered
We'll get
while
to
checking
that.
their browser history. She wouldn't cop to it, though, and the accusation threatened to tear their marriage apart. One night, while they were staying at this very house, Joseph told her that he had to leave to take care of something at work. He then went out and bought the hideous wolf mask from a nearby dollar store, returning in the middle of the night and breaking into his own house. YouTube is not going to like it if I tell you what happened next, but suffice it to say, Angela was pleasantly surprised. Joseph's sickening story about his wife's furry fantasies and his reaction to them is probably the biggest red flag you could possibly receive, which means it's also probably too late for poor Aaron. It's like the bigger the red flag, the more danger you're in. This is why paying attention to all the accumulating yellow flags is important. It could be another lie, but Joseph fabricating something like this and acting emotional about it is almost more disturbing than if it were true. Again, this big reveal has nothing to do with making a My Life video for Buddy. He had Aaron, a man he just met today, turn off the camera before dropping a nuke of a personal story on him. Joseph has to be utterly insane to think telling Aaron something like this is okay. With story time over, Joseph records the conclusion to his little documentary, but before he can stammer out the final send-off, Aaron calls it a wrap and starts looking for his keys. Sensing Aaron's urgency, Joseph asks if it has anything to do with the Peach Fuzz story. Aaron's keys are nowhere to be found.
Instead of making any effort to help, Joseph suggests he spends the night and finds them in the morning. He argues that Aaron is technically over the legal limit, so driving home could land him in jail with a DUI. Seemingly convinced to stay the night, Aaron apologizes for getting worked up and pours a couple stiff ones to bury the hatchet. When Joseph's not looking, he sneaks a bottle of something from his pocket and dumps it in one of the drinks. Aaron goads Joseph into choking down the whole thing, and before long he's passed out in front of the fireplace. Aaron seizes the opportunity and starts rifling through Joseph's pockets. He snags his cell phone, but still no sign of the keys. Aaron was right to get up and immediately leave after realizing that the man across from him is the kind of guy that Bill Tench and Holden Ford would end up interviewing, except that he put his keys in his jacket, which he stupidly left on the counter where Joseph was preparing the whiskeys. His keys and phone should have been securely on his person and should never have been left unattended. Now his keys are missing. It should be obvious that Joseph hid Aaron's keys after all the manipulative behavior he's displayed and his constant stalling of Aaron's departure. If that's the case, and it's pretty likely that it is, this is basically an act of war, but obviously Joseph's gonna play dumb. Assaulting Joseph might not be a good idea right now. Aaron's a skinny, limp-wristed man-child, and Joseph has crazy person strength. Joseph also has the home field advantage. He knows the house's layout and where all the potential weapons are. It'd be better to play along like a good little sheep until he gets a clear shot at an exit. The absolute last thing that Aaron should do is stay the night in one of Joseph's broken-in beds after hearing that story. He should just abandon his yellow beater, use the $1,000 Joseph gave him to get a ride home, and either have his car towed or write it off and buy another junker. Aaron won't be profiting much from this job, but considering he's leaving with his life,
by the way,
I'd call it good. Aaron's plan to incapacitate Joseph by slipping some Benadryl into another glass of whiskey was clever, but a bit unrealistic. Not sure how Aaron would know where the Benadryl was without shuffling through a bunch of drawers with Joseph breathing down his neck. It was extremely lucky that he had a full bottle just lying around, and that Joseph didn't catch him. The whiskey-Benadryl combo would be pretty debilitating, though. The problem with my previous plan of ditching the car is that if Joseph didn't know much about Aaron already, his car will contain his insurance information, which includes his full name and address. Knocking Joseph out with a sleep aid will enable Aaron to not only recover his car keys, but also to rifle through Joseph's stuff and potentially learn more about him. Obtaining Joseph's identity is very important, because Joseph is definitely the stalker type, and this provides Aaron something to give to the police. Putting Joseph to sleep on the fireplace wasn't a great move. Aaron should have guided Joseph to a bed or a comfy chair, not because his comfort is a priority, but because the heartstone and potential for him to fall off the edge is more likely to wake him up. Aaron continues to be his own undoing. Instead of slinging his camera,
I actually fell asleep already.
Phone, trying to find his keys, then leaving immediately, he lingers around, watching Joseph dreaming of peach fuzz. Suddenly, Joseph's phone rings. Aaron runs to the bathroom and takes the call. It's Angela, and she wants to speak with Joseph. Aaron explains that her husband hired him for the My Life video, and they're at the vacation home in Crestline. But Angela has absolutely no idea what he's talking about or where that is. Confused and frustrated, she advises Aaron that if he just leaves the house immediately, he'll be fine. Aaron explains that he can't leave without his car keys, but she tells him to just give her the address for the house, walk out of there, and keep on walking. Aaron asks if he's in danger. Angela sighs and tells him her brother has problems. She begs him to leave one last time, and the call drops. Aaron returns to the living room where Joseph was passed out, except he's gone. Aaron skulks around looking for any sign of his client turned captor when he notices the balcony door is slightly ajar. It's pitch black outside and the porch lights aren't much help. He creeps through the door and scans the darkness. Joseph comes out of nowhere and scares the crap out of Aaron again. Aaron decides that right now is an appropriate time to tell Joseph he spoke with Angela, causing Joseph to run downstairs. Aaron slowly follows him, carefully rounding the corner to find Joseph guarding the exit with a peach fuzz mask on. Aaron pleads for his freedom, but Joseph just starts growling at him while grinding his butt against the door like a tipsy co-ed. Aaron charges straight at Joseph, the video feed cutting out as they make contact. There was no reason to answer Joseph's phone or spend 20 minutes asking Angela stupid questions while cornering himself in the bathroom with no eyes on Joseph and no weapon in hand. It's obvious that Aaron needs to get out of the house right away. He can call her back when he's in a safe place. It's tempting to think that the balcony door being partially open is a ploy to get Aaron to go downstairs instead, but with how intoxicated Joseph is, he probably did go onto the balcony. Aaron should have closed and locked the door before turning on the lights to find out whether Joseph was really out there. He should then have grabbed a knife from the kitchen and made for the front door. After Aaron
again, Levy community, just please be nice, because, like I said, I lost my dad to a heart attack. I lost my mom's friend to a heart attack.
patrol, he's gonna try to prevent Aaron from leaving and may attack him. It's likely that Joseph is going downstairs to put his mask on and get a weapon at this point. Following him downstairs was the worst thing that Aaron could possibly have done. When he sees Joseph guarding the front door with the Peach Fuzz mask on, it's too late for running, reasoning, or getting help. Aaron has no choice but to fight. He should do his best to push the mask into Joseph's face so it obscures his vision while he pummels him. After the scuffle, we see Joseph burying some heavy garbage bags on a steep hill in the woods. The footage stops mid-shovel and the camera pivots away from the monitor it was displayed on. Evidently, Aaron is still alive and kicking. We learn that Joseph disappeared after the confrontation and Aaron had to call a tow truck to haul his car back home. Things were quiet for a couple days, and Aaron decided to just put this whole incident behind him. He then received a DVD in the mail containing the footage we just watched. Joseph has his address. Aaron decides the best thing to do is ignore the overt threat on his life and tosses the disc in the trash. He's gonna pretend like none of this ever happened. That's it. Only it's not. The next day, Aaron finds
Thank you for that,
box
Lewis
on his
Martinez.
doorstep. It has no return address, but it's pretty
But I
obvious.
know
where this
my
thing came from.
dad
Aaron drags
up
the mysterious
in heaven
package
is
into his
looking
living
down on
room
me
after
and
a quick kick and a half-hearted
watching
slap.
over me
Aaron feels the
every
box has
day,
been
so.
sufficiently investigated and cuts it open.
And
with
I
his
know
face
he's proud of
right over
me
the
that
top.
I'm
Inside, we find a kitchen
entertaining
knife and
all of
another
you
disc with
on
watch me
YouTube,
written across
so.
it. Big surprise. It's Joseph. Instead of inhuming more trash, however, this time he's reaching out to apologize for his previous video. The way he sees it, they're now even for Aaron having drugged him back at the cabin. But just to make sure it's all water under the fridge, he sent Aaron a multi-part gift consisting of the knife, the video, and some mysterious third elements buried deeper inside the box. At Joseph's behest, Aaron looks deeper into the package to find a tiny stuffed wolf cub. As if it weren't obvious enough, Joseph states that he loves wolves. He says it's because they love so strongly that they often murder things out of an inability to express their true feelings.
Smooth, sophisticated feel, refined look. But these napkins aren't just elegant. They're surprisingly...
Welcome to the Reese's Puffs Balance Bowl.
I guess Liam Neeson's The Grey was actually a romantic comedy. He goes on to say that the toy reminded him of Aaron, and the murderous look in his eyes after Joseph scared the crap out of him in the woods. He wants Aaron to embrace his inner wolf and slaughter the stuffed animal with a supplied kitchen knife, because there's a special surprise waiting inside. Aaron gives the wolf cub a thorough exam and produces a heart-shaped locket. Opening the trinket reveals photos of Aaron and Joseph, along with a cheerful lullaby tune to remind him of all the good times they had. After closing the locket, we see J+A forever engraved on the back. Aaron decides that now might be a good time to get law enforcement involved. We then see him changing the lock on his front door while talking to the police over the phone. Unfortunately, all Aaron can think of to mention is Joseph's first name. What a weirdo he is, and that the house that they met at turned out to be a vacation rental. Predictably, they tell him that there's nothing that they can do. After Aaron made it back, he should have anticipated that Joseph would try to track him down. The death threat video just made it clear. Aaron never managed to recover his keys, and if he kept his house keys on the same ring, Joseph now has access to Aaron's home. He was smart to change the locks in his house, though he should have also tried to obtain a firearm, installed a proper home security system, and invited some friends over or gone to stay somewhere else for a while. I would have also taken all the video evidence of Joseph's deranged behavior and their confrontation to the police, along with Joseph's phone, which Aaron should have held onto after making his escape. Aaron already figured out that Joseph's house was just some random vacation rental. There should be detailed information on previous renters that could help narrow the search. If Joseph or Angela didn't rent it, there is clear footage of a break-in warranting Joseph's arrest. Aaron should also be keeping all the packages he receives from Joseph as further evidence to provide to the police. Anyone who watches the footage from Crestline, along with the videos that Joseph sent, would immediately understand that Aaron is in extreme danger. Who knows? The police might be hunting a prominent serial killer in the area, and this could be their big break. Ultimately, Aaron hardly does a damn thing. Hell, he's even having trouble interpreting the body bag video. Later that night, Aaron wakes up and records another horrific entry into his dream journal. Halfway through his account of the Tubby Time night terror, something suddenly strikes a nearby window, sending Aaron into a panicked frenzy. He quickly turns on every light in his home, and we see that he was sleeping with a clear line of of sight between his bed and the windows in the front door. Aaron then grabs the only weapon seemingly at his disposal, which turns out to be the knife that Joseph included in the care package. He steps away from the door, revealing Joseph watching him through the windows. Aaron calls out to any would-be attackers, warning them that he has a knife and he's not afraid to use it. Joseph scurries out of sight just before Aaron returns to pick up his camera. He then walks over to his front door, which looks like it isn't even locked. Peering through the window, he doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. Aaron opens the door and steps outside. Some rustling off to the right draws his attention to some nearby shrubbery. He leaves his still open doorway and goes to investigate a narrow pathway running alongside his house. Aaron discovers one of the trash cans by his bedroom window has been knocked over, attributing the disturbance to mischievous raccoons. Aaron decides to call off the search and go back to bed. Suddenly, the camera starts moving on its own, scanning Aaron from head to toe. The camera returns to its original resting place, and then a pair of hands armed with scissors slowly extend towards Aaron's head, clipping off a lock of hair before retreating out of frame. Aaron recording his dream diary in the dark with his back to an open door and the closet weapon well out of reach is awfully nonchalant behavior for a stalking victim. Same with leaving the curtains open and not shutting the gate to his window to front door. Seriously, Aaron, you're being hunted by a psychopath.
Aaron should have looked at the damn door because Joseph was right there at his door in the first Creep movie. What are you doing?
Dimly lit viewfinder and leaving the front door wide open has to be Aaron's most egregious mistake so far. There is no point in going out there. Just call the police and dig in. There's also no point in bringing the camera. If Joseph is out there and attacks you, you won't be able to defend yourself, and you definitely won't be keeping the footage. Even if Aaron believes the situation to be a false alarm, he still left his front door open and unattended for an extended period of time. Aaron should systematically clear every room in his house before he even thinks about letting his guard down and going back to bed. Aaron wakes up to discover Joseph planted another DVD through a slit in the screen of his bedroom.
I think I should probably be going to that newspaper today. Newspaper route. Oh, dang it. You know what? After How to Beat Creep 1, serial killer from Creep 1, I am going to end this live stream because
Top of the disc reads, "My last video." Aaron pops the disc into his DVD player, and we see Joseph sitting in the front of Lake Gregory back in Crestline. In it, Joseph says he found the heart locket while rooting around in Aaron's trash can. He says that the thought of it being thrown away sent him into a murderous spiral, but realizing this raised a red flag to him about his own behavior. Joseph offers a protracted and seemingly heartfelt apology, wherein he confesses that his pathological lying has been a problem his entire life, costing him any chance at forging authentic relationships and burning every bridge with other people in his life. He claims to be an extremely lonely person and hopes Aaron will show inhuman levels of kindness and forgive him for his misdeeds. Joseph concludes the message by telling Aaron he'll be waiting for him at Lake Gregory the following morning, but insists there's no pressure on him to show up. Aaron flips the camera back on himself, seemingly unsure whether he should take Joseph at his word. Suddenly, we find ourselves looking out over Lake Gregory. Aaron's voice can be heard from off-screen, warning Joseph he's going to be filming their interaction with his phone set to speed dial 911. With a heavy sigh, Aaron exits his crappy car with the camera staged and walks down to a lonely bench facing the lake shore. He sits down with his back to the camera, taking a moment to look over his shoulder before turning back to the lake and waiting for Joseph. Before too long, Joseph arrives, walking up behind Aaron without getting his attention. Without saying a word, he slips the peach fuzz mask over his head. Joseph whips the back right side of his jacket, revealing a shiny new axe, the same one we he saw when Aaron arrived at the vacation home. He slowly draws closer to Aaron before raising the axe above his head. For 9 seconds, Joseph stands ready to strike, all while Aaron stares off into oblivion. Joseph brings the axe down on Aaron's head with a meaty smack. He winds up for a second
And
blow, but the
there's
footage
another
still
reason
before
what you don't do. What you don't do in a freaking horror film. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but god damn it. I have never seen any character in a fucking horror movie act so stupid. He didn't even look at Joseph in the back. He looked at the view of the ocean, my B community. The view of the ocean, not knowing that Joseph in the first Creep movie was behind him with an axe. What the... And now, the Aaron character in Creep, the first movie, is dead. All because he wants to be an idiot.
The camera turns away from a monitor displaying Aaron's final moments, and we see Joseph sitting alone in the dark, repeatedly watching the video for his own pleasure. We find ourselves scaling a staircase when a phone rings from out of view. The cameraman answers, identifying himself as Bill in an eerily familiar voice. Bill irons out the details of a paid video project with an unknown caller while walking through a narrow hallway and into a dark room. Once there, he opens a cabinet to reveal a huge collection of home movies, all labeled with various names and locations. He places a DVD among the others. It simply reads Aaron, with a heart on it. Aaron was confident because he had 911 on speed dial and his camera set to film their interaction, except neither of those things would be any help because Joseph knows Aaron's car and will undoubtedly steal or destroy the evidence after murdering him. At this point, Aaron knows Joseph as a mentally disturbed stalker and pathological liar who has broken into his home and threatened to kill him. While ordinarily the best course of action would be to simply not engage with him, Joseph is far more determined than your average stalker. Simply ignoring his request to meet up at the lake won't stop him. Getting a gun and learning how to use it is always a good idea. If Joseph tries to kill Aaron, it's likely to be in a slow, intimate manner. Because of this, a firearm would lend Aaron a huge advantage. The only problem is California law imposes a 10-day waiting period before a firearm can be released to a purchaser or transferee. That's a long time to wait, and hiding out with your friends or family may put them at risk as well. Aaron should discreetly stake out the meeting place and wait for Joseph to arrive, then call the cops and tell them that there's an altercation taking place. Once the police show up, Aaron should physically assault Joseph, forcing the police to intervene. If the cops come with lights and sirens and Joseph gets spooked, Aaron could cause an accident with his beater car. Joseph would then be compelled to provide statement.
Okay, I gotta go. My B community. Thank you for watching. I gotta get off of this. Bye.